G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Flash Like Crazy. Today I'm doing a Fenix comparison. So we've got here the PD36R Pro, we've got here the PD36R, and then the PD35R. Let's check them out. All right, so first things first, guys, the PD36R Pro and the PD36R over here have the same battery. So it is a 5,000 milliamp, 21700 3.6 volt. And the PD35R comes in with an 18650 and it is a 3400 milliamp, also 3.6 volt battery. All right, so here they are next to each other. Batteries are installed. So we've got the 18650 here in the PD35R, and then the two 21700s here and here. As you can see, they've done really well with the PD35R here and the PD36R. This is a 21700 and this is an 18650, and they're very, I'll just move that out of the way. They're very, very similar in size, very similar. So the body is a little bit more bulky, obviously, in the PD36R. Whereas the PD35R does have a very slim body and tapers back out in the tail cap. But I mean, as far as face goes, as far as tail caps go, and as far as height goes, they're pretty much identical. So Fenix has done a really good job in maximizing space for having a 21700 in the PD36R here. Now, the 6R Pro does come in at a little bit longer, as you can see there. It has the updated dual tail switch here. So the 6R here and the 5R here. So PD35R, PD36R in the middle, and 36R Pro on the right. That's the tail cap differences. It's got that little platform. Let me see if I can get a good shot. There we go. It's got that little platform there where the mode button lands. And that makes for really nice ergonomic feel with your thumb. Whereas this has more of a standard dual tail switch here. There's no platform that it falls down. It does have some more side protectors for the tail cap. You would think that these tail clicky protectors and lanyard holders are actually good for tail standing, but they're not. So it actually doesn't tail stand because the rubber clicky protrudes just a little bit too much, if you can see that there. So I don't know why Fenix didn't just raise those edges a little bit more to offer tail standing. It doesn't bother me, but I'm sure it'll bother some people. Now, just taking a quick look at the design of the PD36R. There's your charging port here. So very nice and sturdy, very difficult to open. There it is there. And there's a nice little hole there where this notch will slip right into. Boom, beautiful, nice and secure. And then you've got very similar bodies with the 36R and 36R Pro. And then, as I said, back to the tail cap, dual tail switch operation, and this nice little platform, which makes it very, very comfortable for your thumb to land on. Taking a look at the 36R. Unless you haven't spotted it already, guys, one difference with the 36R to these other two is it's got a two-way pocket clip. So I don't know why they didn't keep that for the others. Sometimes it baffles me what light companies do, but the two-way pocket clip, good on you, Fenix. That's really important in my opinion. Down here, we've got the same styled USB-C port, and with that little notch there that goes in nice and firm. Don't have to worry about water when that's notched in there like that. Oh, this also is the only one that has a side switch. So it's got a single tail clicky and then a side switch for all your operations. And the PD35R coming in here. Now, single way pocket clip, lens down, dual tail switch, and this time it's just flat surface with your mode button here or instant strobe, and of course your primary function switch there. Now, taking a look at the LEDs and the smooth reflectors. They all have smooth reflectors. So there we have it here. I will go over exactly what LEDs they all have, guys, in just a moment. Just want to give you a bit of a shot of them. All right, let's compare all the features now. So the PD36R Pro comes in at $205 from Light Shop. The PD36R comes in at $170 from Light Shop. And the PD35R comes in at $155 from Light Shop. The PD36R Pro has an SFT70 LED. The PD36R has an SST40 LED. And the PD35R has an SFT40 LED. The PD36R Pro will reach 380 meters. The PD36R will reach 283 meters. And the PD35R will reach 353 meters. Over here, you've got 36,000 candela. Here you've got 20,000 candela. And here you've got 31,200 candela. Over here, you've got a max output of 2,800 lumens. Here you've got a max output of 1,600 lumens. And here you've got a max output of 1,700 lumens. You've got a high over here of 1,000 lumens, a high here of 800 lumens, and a high here of 1,000 lumens. And your lowest mode for the PD36R Pro is 30 lumens, and that's the same with the PD36R, 30 lumen low as well, lowest. And the PD35R has a 10 lumen low. Now, all three of these lights, guys, have a 2 meter water submersibility rating and a 1 meter impact resistance rating. Now, one thing that the PD35R and the PD36R Pro have in common is instant strobe. That is by pushing the mode button from off and you'll get instant strobe. With the PD36R, you actually need to have the light on and then press and hold the side switch to access strobe. So in my opinion, you've got the PD36R Pro and the PD35R being more tactical style lights, and the PD36R being more of an everyday carry light because it doesn't have these tactical applications such as a dual tail switch, so everything operational with your thumb, and instant strobe. The PD36R does not have those. Also, the PD36R has an SST40, whereas we've got an SFT70 and an SFT40 over here. In my opinion, those LEDs are more tactical style LEDs. They give some more brightness, definitely more candela, and a nicer, brighter hotspot. Whereas the SST40, in my opinion, is perfect for an everyday carry light. And if I'm going to read into the pocket clip decision from Fenix, having a two-way pocket clip is certainly something that an everyday light should have, whereas tactical, you're not really going to want to put your light on your hat or something like that. All right, so going over the weight, the PD36R Pro with the battery and pocket clip comes in at 170.96, call it 171 grams. The PD36R comes in at 162.6 grams. And the PD35R comes in at 140.42 grams. All right, just going over some measurements, guys. So from head to tail, from head to end of tail clicky, the PD36R Pro comes in at about 14.5 centimeters. The PD36R comes in at 13.5 centimeters. And the PD35R comes in at just 13.4 centimeters. So 1 millimeter shorter. Now, the face width, PD36R Pro is 2.6 centimeters. PD36R is 2.5 centimeters. And PD35R is 2.4 centimeters. So the face width drops a millimeter each time you step down from 36R Pro to 36R to 35R. All right, now let's get these to turbo. That's on turbo there. All right, so let's do a wall shot with these guys, all on turbo. So there is the PD36R Pro, and there is the PD35R. SFT70 over here, SFT40 over here. And then SST40 over here. So very similar, just obviously tighter hotspot here with more candela, so it's more intense. But the SST40 makes for a beautiful mixed beam light. Again, great for everyday carry. And now the SST40 and SFT40. Yeah, again, tighter, more crisp hotspot here, which is to be expected. More of a mixed-ish beam On the left, the SST40. Beautiful LED. Nothing wrong with it. All right, let's head out to some night shots, guys, and we'll be back for some final thoughts in a sec. All right, so obviously all very good performers, but which one would you pick? I'll tell you which one I'd pick. I would definitely pick the Fenix PD35R. I can't look past the SFT40 LED, and to sacrifice lumens in order to have an 18650 light is something I'm willing to do. So obviously 2800 lumens over here, 1700 lumens over here, but you've got a lighter light, you've got a shorter light, and you've got a more pocketable light in the PD35R. So for me, for the reasons I use lights, the PD35R is a winner, absolutely. Now, if you're going to be using a light for an everyday purpose, maybe for work, you might need to stick it on your hat or something like that, then the PD36R is the one for you. Without a doubt, no dramas. This one is a brilliant, brilliant light for everyday purposes. But if you're going to be using a light for perhaps some serious tactical situations, such as, being a security guard or something like that, and you may need that extra 1100 lumens, then yeah, your PD36R Pro is the light for you. If you don't mind the size and the weight, if you're happy to carry it in a holster or something like that, then sure, PD36R Pro is the one for you. I mean, it is a very slim line 21700. So I've got no dramas with the slimline effect that this light has. It's simply the size and the weight that put me off this from being a pocketable tactical light. I like my tactical lights to go in my pocket. I don't like them in a holster. And so for that reason, I would definitely pick the PD35R. Anyway, guys, I hope this video was helpful and maybe it's assisted you guys in making a decision between one of these Fenix lights. You can pick them all up from lightshop.com.au. I will leave links to each one of them in the description, leading you straight to the light. And until next time, guys, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.